I bought a milling machine a few years back, and I made the mistake of not cleaning off all the cosmoline and taking the machine apart and really giving it a good thorough cleaning and reassembly and greasing and oiling. And well, the day has come where I'm finally going to do that. So step one, I need to actually move the milling machine into the location where I can clean it better. I'm going to put it on a work table. To do that, I'm going to use this Harbor Freight hoist or crane that I usually just attach to my ceiling, and then I use the load balancer to make sure it don't, the load is balanced so it won't fall over. And some of these, all these parts I got from Harbor Freight, the load balancer, the little straps for lifting, little crane. And, it's a little heavier than I wanted to try lifting up onto this table, so it's a lot nicer to lift it up like this. So now it's time to do a little cleaning, and here I'll do a little close-up for you so you can see just how dirty she is. I mean, I've used it for a few years without cleaning it at all, and the cosmoline's still on a lot of the surfaces because I didn't want it to get rusty. So it's not really rusty at all, but it's just any good machinist will tell you should, for these Sieg X2 mills, you should really just take the time to take them apart, clean them, and re-oil and re-grease them in the right places. The whole time I've used this machine, it's not been very satisfying to use. It works, but the ways are a bit wobbly on the dovetails for the X and the Y table. So here you can see I've started taking it apart. You can see a little close up here. You can see how much cosmoline's still on there, and grease and dirt and gunk, and a few years of usage didn't help. But I finally decided I'm going to take it apart and clean it and reassemble it properly. So I think it'll be a lot more satisfying to use. There's a lot of cosmoline. Yeah. And of course, being on there all these years, it's gotten a lot harder to get off. It's not as soft a grease as it was before. The main way in which I cleaned a lot of these parts is after I took all the bits apart down to the base pieces is just soap and water. Obviously you want to be fairly quick after you've done scrubbed it down, that you don't want to let it sit with moisture on it. You want to towel it off pretty quick. I used a CRC 3-36. It's basically like WD-40. Use that after I dried all the parts and to kind of put some rust inhibitor back on them. And here you can see the parts all taken apart and all cleaned up and ready to go back together for the next video. I'll see you guys then.